Hear what? I'm receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go. Well, you can't. Why not? Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Al Jonko, Kristen Hetzel, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
The WDW After Dark, the live and uncensored webcast for adult Disney fans. Every single week we give you great breaking news and commentary and provide you a little bit of fun every single week. You remember, you can always check out the show online at our YouTube page, WDW After Dark. You can also subscribe and give us those 5-star reviews on iTunes as well. You can give us a big thumbs up on Stitcher Radio. So no matter what you do, no matter what smartphone you have, you can always check out WDW After Dark and get a little giggle on. Now, today, Jeff is out. He's hanging out with his family, but Kristen and I here, the first couple of Disney, are hanging out with you tonight. Mr. Eric Allen has been derezzed. I don't know what happened to Eric. Eric is he's suffering right now. He's he needs some help from Tony Stark trying to get his displays going. But in the meantime, Kristen and I are here. How are you, Kristen?
I am good. How are you?
I am good. Kristen and I just recently came back from the Walt Disney World Resort on not last week's program. It was just the Eric and I guess you can call it the Woody and Servo show. Is that what they call it when Eric and Jeff do the show together? They do it some weird thing. But 2 weeks ago, we were broadcasting live from the Grand Floridian Resort. And we were there with our friend Tony Casanova from Disney Parks Podcast, Stars and Motor Cars, Disney by the Numbers. He goes by so many different names on the internet. But
T-Wow.
T-Wow. I forgot about that. T-Wow. So we were hanging out, and of course the internet was not good, not very desirable. It was slow, laggy. The video quality sucked. I mean, damn it, Disney. Can you please? And by the way, this is a live and uncensored webcast for adult Disney fans. Did I mention that? Live and uncensored at the beginning? If you don't know what that means, you will soon find out. So we're there, and the internet is crappy for being at a deluxe resort. So Disney, please fix your damn internet. I have faster internet at a Starbucks. Okay? Why is that? Starbucks is in the park. They might as well share their technology, right? I mean, hello. Okay. DVC5571, our great viewer. on the live show is saying that it's the Dude Bro Show. You see, I do the podcast every week. I produce a podcast. I put it on YouTube and iTunes, and I don't even remember what the Dude Bro Show is all about. So, go figure. Kristen, you had fun, though, at the Walt Disney World Resort. I had fun, too, but you got a chance to, we both got a chance to hang out at the Grand Floridian, and it's the first time I've ever stayed there. What did you think about the Grand Floridian? Did you like it?
It's very nice. It's very nice.
Help me out here. You're providing very short answers.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I don't know what's going on. It took so long for the show to get up and running tonight, and we do apologize. We have a lot of news. Let's just go ahead and get into the news. We've got a lot of news going on right now. Star Wars, Marvel, park news. So let's go ahead and get started. Kristen has got some news for you. This is food news you can use, and a Disney sounder. Live from the WDW After Dark newsroom, it's Aljon Go, Kristen Hetzel from Dining at Disney. Here is your Dining at Disney news. Kristen.
Well, this is just to remove, kind of more of like a reminder, because I've mentioned this before, but Raglan Road, starting today, has kicked off its Mighty Festival St. Patrick's celebration.
They kicked it off on Friday the 13th? Today?
Yes, they did.
Okay, nice.
I think they think, well, since it's Friday the 13th, which, some people think that's a bad luck day, well, they're covering through the 17th, and that's a good luck day. So
Yeah, that is a good luck day.
They feel like they're safe with this one.
Okay, well, I'll take it. That's good.
They have shows started at 4 o'clock today. Every other day, let's see, on Saturday and Sunday, they're going to be starting at noon. They have 3 stages. The Raglan Road pub stage, the Raglan Road patio stage, and the Patrick Kavanaugh stage. On Monday, showtimes are going to kick off starting at 4 o'clock, and then on Tuesday, which is, of course, St. Patrick's Day, it will start at 11 o'clock. They will be doing some Celtic face painting, and that's going to take place on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday from 12 to 8. For those who do decide to go on St. Patrick's Day, guests who are ages 18 and up will be charged a $10 cover. There will be no reservations. It's first come, first serve.
That event is always jam-packed. And with downtown Disney / Disney Springs being what it is right now, with all the construction going around, especially around Raglan Road, it's going to be crazy. So at least you've got parking. There's parking there thanks to the parking garage, which I like, by the way. I like the new parking garage. Don't you like it?
I do. I like how it lights up when the spots are empty.
Yeah, I do like that.
And there's
nice.
At the end of each row, there's the thing that'll tell you how many open spaces are available. So you know if it says 0, you don't even need to bother to go down that one.
Yeah.
And if it says 12, you're good to go.
Yeah, they just want to keep the traffic flowing, so I can't appreciate that. So very nice. But I like Raglan Road. Kristen, you and I have kind of been there around the St. Patrick's Day time. I really like it. My favorite beer that they import from Ireland is there, that Innocent Gund beer. Love that.
That's Scottish.
Oh, is it Scottish? Okay, sorry. Scottish beer. Did I say English? I meant Scottish. At any rate.
No, you said Irish.
And I said Irish. Okay, let's continue. It's getting late. Damn it.
Well, any which way, speaking of Raglan Road, they do have a new beer, and it's their brand of beer that they have just started carrying.
Yes. We tried it. It was pretty good. Did you like it?
Great.
Yes. What kind of beer was it? Was it was kind of a, I don't know, it wasn't a stout. Was it? I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm now thinking of the Magic Kingdom and Dole.
Okay, I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Okay. Magic Kingdom snack locations have switched things around a little bit. as of March 12th, which was yesterday, Aloha Isle and Sunshine Tree Terrace, both of those located in Adventureland, have swapped locations. So where Sunshine Tree Terrace used to be is now Aloha Isle and has the Aloha Isle menu. And Sunshine Tree Terrace moved into the old Aloha Isle location with its menu. So you can still go and get your Dole Whip and your Dole Whip float and your fresh pineapple, but now at the location that used to be Sunshine Tree Terrace next to the Tiki Room. And at the former Aloha Isle, you can get your Sunshine Tree Terrace treats like the Citrus Swirl. Now,
Okay.
the Orange Bird has not finished its flight yet over to the new location.
Okay.
Should be arriving sometime in the next few weeks.
All right. Well, it works. It works. I love the orange bird. Where's your orange bird? Do I see your orange bird in the background? I don't
Here,
see
I'll
it.
show you an orange bird.
Here he is. All right.
Oh.
Nice. Little
I got him
antenna topper.
because, see, what people don't know is that I don't use them as
Antenna toppers.
antenna toppers. I
Right.
use them as little pencil toppers. So now I have an orange bird to put on top of my pencil.
Orange bird. Nice. Alrighty. What other stories you got there for
Hold
us?
on. I just got to finish this story. There's one other change. Now, the turkey leg had been available in Liberty Square and Frontierland, which has always made sense to me because Liberty Square is, you know, back in the colonial times, and Frontier is, you know, you think of people truly
Out in the
living
Wild West.
off the land, you know, like hunting down a turkey and roasting it over a fire, right? So
Okay.
they have now moved the turkey leg from those locations to Tomorrowland at the Cool Ship.
Really?
Which is that little drink station out by Space Mountain, which to
Huh.
me is the weirdest location to put some turkey legs.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Like, I've always thought it made good sense to have them where they were, just like to have it in Dino Land at Animal Kingdom. It just made sense. I
Yeah,
don't think turkey legs don't seem very futuristic to me, but
So once again, DVC is asking why the move? Why are those kiosks moving? And did you find any information regarding that move?
nope, just
I can
that
only
that's what they
speculate.
decided to do.
I can only speculate the reason why they're moving it is to adjust the traffic flow of people or to try something else out in order to see if it takes, if it takes. Maybe they're not producing enough in that particular area. In the case of Aloha Isle being moved,
Now that makes
hits
sense,
the
though.
bottleneck a little bit because when you're going through Adventureland and you see all those people stop for Dole Whips, the line gets really out of control, crazy. So I can understand them moving it down a little bit in order to accommodate longer lines and to maybe move people quicker because that facility is bigger, is it not, Kristen?
It is, and that's why it makes sense to me that they switched those. Because you
Yeah.
have more registers. I think there's like 4 registers at that location rather than
Instead
2.
of 2, right?
And it's a much longer, it's probably 3-4 times the size of its former location. And,
Yeah, and it makes
Sunshine
sense,
Tree
too.
Terrace is never really busy.
Nope. And that's why I think that particular move makes sense. In terms of turkey legs, I'm thinking they're just doing it just to try a new area to see if they can get more sales out of a particular area. Because let's see, everyone now has magic bands, and they can now kind of see, even with more detail now, where the traffic patterns and people tend to move from place to place. So if that is a high traffic area and they want people to literally, stay there and they can see, people can see it, it's more visible perhaps, then they'll be able to sell more turkey legs as a result. So that's the only thing I can think of. It's bar rescue science thanks to John Taffer. So there you have it. Makes total sense. Um, oh, and in the chat room it says, I think it's away from the smoking area. Funny you say that. Funny you say that about the smoking area, because Disney changed their smoking area. The smoking area in front of Adventureland, that was, I guess, close to the Jungle Cruise. I guess that little alcove around there, that's now up front. As you walk in, you can start smelling the smoke. So, at least that's my understanding. Kristen, is that what you recall, where the smoking area was? Because there's a
Repeat that
little
again.
the smoking area that had been in Adventureland that was located a little right before, or I guess right
Yeah.
right in front of Aloha Isle, close to the Jungle Cruise entrance, is now
Yeah.
actually moved toward the front of right before you get through the arch of Adventureland, in that little dark cubby area.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you're smoking, or if you don't smoke, you're going to walk right past the smokers into Adventureland, which I think is a bad move. But I mean, I think it's a bad move anyway, just smoking in a park in general. But and I used to smoke back in the day, so go figure.
I think Disney should go to a no smoking in the park except for electronic cigarettes.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, and first of all, it's not good for anybody, but children who are exposed to smoke as kids are more likely to develop asthma.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a bad habit. I used to do it, and not
you
good.
Get in trouble. You get put in the doghouse if you smoke. That's the big no-no.
So here we go. It is a big no-no. That's true. Hey, but I've been good. I've been a good boy. I'll have a Dole with Benny day of the week, over smoke. So there you go. Kristen, is that the last story you've got right now for Disney food news?
Yep, those are my big stories.
Okay, you cut it off on me. I can assume you said yes on that. So we have got more park news, people. Before we move into a bunch of other pop culture news, let's get to this.
Oh, wait. I forgot one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Taste Pilot's Grill over in Disney, California, was shut down because they're changing Condor Flats into Grizzly Peak Airfield is what they're going to now call that area. So, Taste Pilot's Grill also closed down and is receiving a refurbishment. It will reopen on March 20th as Smoke Jumpers Grill.
Wow. Any idea on what the menu items will be on that one?
I
can only imagine, because it's called Smoke Jumpers Grill, that it's going to be some type of barbecue joint, perhaps?
So far, the only thing that they've mentioned has been a grilled chicken and jack sandwich, a bacon cheddar burger, and a chili cheeseburger. So
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, you can tell it's going to be one of those fine dining restaurants, Kristen. Thank you for that. Moving forward, more Disney Park news. It was going to return. We had heralded it. We talked about it. We speculated about it. The 24-hour party returns to the Walt Disney World Resort. And guess what? It's themed to Frozen. Now, there have been many people on the Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone, in Disney Dorks, and so many other Disney fan Facebook pages regarding the inundation, if you will. Is that even a word? I'm just making it up. Of Frozen in the park. Kristen, I know, is not necessarily a fan of it. I tend to be like, okay, whatever. But of course, Good Morning America posted just the other day. They had some true Disney magic by posting a Olaf. I guess somebody dressed in an Olaf outfit hanging out by a sandcastle. And it heralded the 24-hour event at Magic Kingdom Memorial Day weekend. Once again, Memorial Day weekend? Disney, why do you do this to me every single year? Of all the times you needed to bring people into the park, you choose the busiest weekend of them all to do it. You're crazy. Olaf is going to be the host of the official Coolest Summer Ever. That's what they're naming this event. And, of course, it was put in Boston. Boston just recovering from a deluge of snow because they couldn't get enough winter. They had to bring Olaf out and trot him out there with a bunch of beach clothes and such. But at any rate, 24 hours of nonstop action-filled fun from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. May 22nd to 23rd. Guests are invited to dress to show their Disney side, hashtag Disney side, while a selection of favorite attractions, entertainment, merchandise, food, and beverage will be on tap all night long. And I say on tap all night long as a little wink and a nod because they don't serve alcohol in the Magic Kingdom, except at Be Our Guest. So the Frozen Fun Live will bring Princess Anna, Queen Elsa, Kristoff, and Olaf of the Citizens of Arendelle appearing daily at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Okay, this is other things that go along with that, as this is the big kickoff event. That's going to be happening June 17th through September 7th. Cool thrill rides. Guests will find thrills from mild to wild, out of this world in all 4 Disney World parks. Choose from the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, plus Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and Splash Mountain at Magic Kingdom, Test Track and Soarin' over there at Epcot, Expedition Everest at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. So, yeah, we know that already. Star Wars weekends, of course. Coming up, Disney's Hollywood Studios find stars from another galaxy during Star Wars weekends, May, June 15th through 14th. Restaurants and shopping, blah, blah, blah. Epcot Entertainment with the twist on the Voices of Liberty. They're probably singing Let It Go again for the nth time. And Splash at the water parks, as you know, because those 2 water parks will be open and fully functional at Typhoon Lagoon and Disney's Blizzard Beach. And there's more to come. Disney Parks blog also touts that they will have some great info as well as promotions at this website, disneyworld.com/coolest summer ever. So, okay. The 24-hour event kicks off a whole bunch of stuff that they already have at the Walt Disney World Resort. Thank you so much for that, Disney Parks blog. Impressed or not? Kristen?
No.
Okay.
Not impressed.
It's the same old stuff packaged in a nice big old Olaf, so how about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You would think after a full year now, almost, by that point it will be a full year that we have been stuck with Frozen stuff in the parks. You know, we had Frozen Summer Fun, and Frozen now is at Flower and Garden, which makes no sense to me because everything should be dead around them then.
Right.
I think that's what they should have done. Dead flower display with Elsa.
It only makes sense. You know. Well, funny you mentioned Frozen, Kristen. Funny you mentioned Frozen because shareholders meeting was held. You know, the Disney CEO, the king of all Mouse Kingdom himself, Mr. Bob Iger, had mentioned several different things during this press event that happened just a few days ago. One of them being Frozen 2. My God, they're doing a sequel. Of course, tonight, if you will, we have the opening of Cinderella. By the way, you can pick up the Cinderella tickets through our Fandango link. Cinderella, Kristen and I, we enjoyed that movie. It was very good. We saw it at a preview event a few weeks back while we were at Walt Disney World. I enjoyed it. Kristen, did you like Cinderella?
I did. I thought it was really good, and I really enjoyed the costumes. They were really, really well done. I have to say, I think that might have been the most impressive part of that movie.
Costumes and the sets were great. Not to mention the special effects, too, were great, too. It really, you know, a lot of people enjoy the movie with Drew Barrymore, which was kind of like a more a modern, well, it wasn't a modern retelling. It was a reimagining of the classic Cinderella without the magic, without any of that, without the godmother, without all that. So it was a very interesting tale with Drew Barrymore. And Kristen and I, we like that movie. It's a good movie. However, harkening back to the original Disney classic Cinderella animated film, this actually took its cues from it, and I thought it was well done. I thought the special effects were great, and I have to tell you, Kristen and I both are big fans of Helena Bonham Carter. We liked her in different movies like Planet of the Apes from Tim Burton, all the work she's done with Tim Burton over the years, and Bellatrix, of course, from Harry Potter. I think she's great at it. She's kooky and fun. She was great in Alice in Wonderland, right, Kristen? You liked her in Alice in Wonderland, right?
Oh, I like her in pretty much everything she does.
She's great.
She's just awesome. She takes a role and a character, and she completely becomes that character.
Yeah. For me, she stole the film. You know, Alice, I'm sorry, Alice. Cinderella, I'm thinking of Alice in Wonderland all of a sudden. Well, let's say this. Alice in Wonderland, the Disney live-action films have been really good, okay? But I have to say that Helena Bonham Carter in the role of the fairy godmother, man, she was great. She stole the film. She had great moments. She didn't even have to say a word, and she really just dominated that entire scene. She did great. And, yeah, she looks pretty smoking hot, too, in that white dress. And I'm not a Helena Bonham Carter. I don't look at her and I go, wow, she's hot. But, you know, she looked good. She looked great. I think you'd look good in a white dress like that. Oh, you did when we got married. So, anyway, there you have it. Kristen is not impressed at all. I said that whole thing, and the camera was on you the whole time. So that's funny. But, you see, now I have control back. You have it? Yeah, you ready? There you go. Go ahead and speak, Kristen. That way I know.
What do you want me to say?
That's all
You said
needed
you
to
have
say.
control.
I had clicked on you by accident. I delivered that entire news story, and you were there in front the whole time. I'm sitting here reading. I'm like, why is she doing that? It's weird. But anyway, Frozen 2 is going to be hitting theaters here in a couple years. Josh Gad was just announced to reprise his role as Olaf, and I can only imagine the cast of characters. Adele Dazeem will be coming back. Dina Menzel. You can expect to have Kristen Bell in there too. So, yeah, it's going to be good. So the Oscar-winning filmmaking team behind Frozen will be coming back. Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, and directors Peter Del Vecchio, and of course, as I mentioned, Olaf is coming back with Josh Gad. So, good stuff. If that wasn't enough, also announced at the shareholders meeting, if you will, was Bob Iger talking about Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars Episode 8. We're not even talking about Episode 7. We know that's going to be coming out around Christmas, but the first standalone film, as we've been promised ever since the purchase of Lucasfilm by Disney here, what was it, late 2012 or what? Yeah, 2013, something like that. It's been a few years now. And, oh my gosh, next year we're going to get more Star Wars. But we didn't have any news as to what type of film we're going to have. We know that standalone films had been rumored about, and now we know. Rogue One will be the first standalone film. And, Kristen, when I say Rogue One in relationship to a Star Wars film, what do you think about? You think of Rogue Squadron at all? Does that ring a bell to you at all?
I
Rogue
hate
Leader?
to say this, but when I hear Rogue, even when you're talking about Star Wars,
You think of the X-Men.
the first thing that pops in my mind is an X-Men.
Okay, well, that's okay. You know, there's Rogue. So, if one were to put that in the context of a Star Wars film, where Kristen was not helping me out here, that would refer
Sorry.
to the Rogue Squadron of X-Wings. There you go. So how about that? So I can only imagine this is going to be a group of X-Wing pilots, perhaps, or maybe some kind of special ops type of rebel fighters. So according to the press release, it says, "Always in motion is the future," Yoda said. The future of Star Wars Cinematic Galaxy, however, is taking shape. This morning, that happened a few days ago at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco, across the street from Lucasfilm. Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger hosted the shareholder meeting and announced that the first Star Wars standalone film will be Star Wars Episode 8. Oh, the first Star Wars standalone movie as well as Star Wars Episode 8. Okay, so the two films. Rogue One is the title of the first film, in a unique series of big screen adventures that explores characters and events beyond the core of the Star Wars saga. Rogue One will be directed by Gareth Edwards, who directed Monsters and Godzilla. Kristen, you and I saw Monsters. Remember where those people got caught in the demilitarized zone there in Latin America, and these weird kind of monsters were kind of floating around looking for people? You remember that? They went inside this little gas station and they were looking around. Remember that?
Okay.
Okay, you don't care. It's going to be written by Oscar nominee Chris Weitz, who did Cinderella and About a Boy and the movie Ants. The first actress cast is Felicity Jones, who garnered nomination and critical acclaim for her performance in The Theory of Everything. And the idea for the story of Rogue One came from John Knoll, an Academy Award-winning visual effects supervisor and chief creative officer at ILM, which is Industrial Light and Magic, the special effects house for Lucasfilm. He will executive produce along with Simon Emanuel from The Dark Knight Rises and Fast and Furious 6, along with Jason McGatton of War of the Worlds. Kathleen Kennedy and Tony Toh from Band of Brothers in the Pacific are on board to produce, as we would think. John Schwartz from The Force Awakens will also co-produce. The film starts shooting this summer in London and is due for release December 16th of 2016. Wow. Wow, how about that? In addition, Iger also confirmed that Rian Johnson will write and direct Star Wars Episode 8, the film which continues the saga after the events of Star Wars The Force Awakens, is set for release May 26, 2017, 40 years and a day after the release of Star Wars A New Hope in 1977. Johnson is widely considered one of cinema's most gifted young filmmakers, working on such films as Looper, as well as The Brothers Bloom and Brick. He was also behind the camera for 3 episodes of the critically acclaimed TV series Breaking Bad. So, interesting stuff from StarWars.com. More Star Wars news real quick. Billy D. Williams, as well as other guests, going to be at Star Wars Celebration, which I will be attending. Very cool stuff. We've got, let's see, A Scoundrel, A Jedi Rebel, and more. Lando Calrissian, of course, played by the man Billy D. Williams, will be guesting. Ashley Eckstein, the voice of everyone's favorite little Jedi, Ahsoka Tano, not so little anymore, as she made her return to Star Wars Rebels, as her character's aged to a 33 or so. Interesting stuff. Let's see, we've got Margot Apolistos Tokat, the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. We got more Ewoks. Debbie Carrington from who played Ramba the Ewok. It's interesting. I never know these Ewoks have names.
I was just going to ask you, which Ewok is that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I really don't. John Ratzenberger, Major Del Ren that we saw at Star Wars Weekends, Kristen. John Ratzenberger will be making his appearance. He played one of the majors at Hoth, the Battle of Hoth in Empire Strikes Back. We've got here Kurt Thatcher from the Creature Shop, who made all the really cool aliens for Return of the Jedi. So just a bunch of people that are going to be there. Of course, Dave Filoni from Clone Wars. Ashley Eckstein's going to be there. Let's see, Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, just to name a few. I also believe that we've got Boba Fett, Jeremy Bullock will be there as well. Should be really cool. So that's Star Wars news for you. Anyway, moving back to more film news. How about this? Did you know that not only are we going to have live action adaptations of Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson as Belle, you're going to have The Jungle Book that's going to be coming out with Bill Murray. I believe Bill Murray playing Baloo, if I'm not mistaken. That should be really neat. But how about this, Kristen? Tim Burton coming back to the Disney universe. Did you know about this?
I know exactly where you're going with this one.
Mr. Tim Burton himself, he's got a long association with Disney. You know that he was in charge of ushering in the new Disney live-action films with such blockbusters as Alice in Wonderland. Now being charged with directing a live adaptation of Disney's Dumbo. Now, Dumbo is one of my favorite films. Kristen, do you like Dumbo? I think it's a fun film.
It's okay. I find it to be too slow moving for me.
A little slow moving? Some of those movies
And
were.
so
Well, you say that, but you like Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland's a little slow moving too.
Alice in Wonderland is just completely out there, though.
But it's one of your favorites, right?
Exactly, and that's why I like it so much. It's just out there.
Okay. Well, having said that, okay, there was recent controversy because, as you know, the story of Dumbo is Dumbo, the elephant, is a child of Jumbo, Mrs. Dumbo. I don't know. I mean, and they're in a circus. Okay. This is a period piece. The circus is not politically correct, nor the people that built the circus were politically correct. There are so many unpolitically correct scenes in early Disney movies, it's not even funny. However, the story or the moral is still great. You find strength from within, according to Timothy Mouse, who gives Dumbo the little feather that inspires him to use his ears for flying instead of being a cast out. You know, so what happens? This movie gets announced, and PETA says, "We want you to change the ending of the film."
They're crazy.
Really? So
and we know I'm all against animal cruelty.
Yes, we rescue animals. We love animals.
There's some companies I don't buy products from because they do test on animals. But PETA takes it way too far. I mean, way too far. And, you know, I personally think PETA should be concerned about the vegetables because of recent studies that show that vegetables know they are being eaten. So
right.
If they can feel that they're being eaten and they know they're being eaten, then isn't that almost worse? Because you're eating something alive rather than it being dead. So I think these are things PETA should take into consideration.
Oh, man. Well, here it is, right? So after Tim Burton was announced as director, PETA sent a letter urging the director to alter the story's ending. Quote, "We're hopeful that in your adaptation of Dumbo, the young elephant and his mother can live a truly happy ending by living out the rest of their lives in a sanctuary instead of continuing on to be imprisoned and abused in the entertainment industry," writes PETA's Senior Vice President Lisa Lang. News of the Dumbo remake came after Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus announced that they would be doing away with all elephant acts in their shows by 2028, amidst growing public concern about the treatment and living conditions of these animals. PETA did thank Burton for making the decision to rely on computer-animated elephants for the film rather than using live ones. Well. What do you think about this recent turn of events? I urge you to tweet us at WDW After Dark, send us those emails, wdwafterdark@gmail.com, or tweet us and let us know what you think. This is kind of interesting stuff. You know, using a computer-generated elephant would probably be a good idea for sure. Interesting, to say the least. So how about this? Okay. A lot of other news. I'm going to dispense with the rest of the news. I have one more news story. Kristen, you talked about smoking in the park. It kind of came up earlier in the program. Bob Iger, of course, at the annual shareholder meeting, a lot of news coming from that. Disney agrees to ban smoking from films that target kids. All right. CEO Bob Iger announced at the shareholder meeting that he will probably, quote, absolutely prohibit, end quote, the depiction of smoking in Disney films with a PG-13 or below unless they involve a historical figure who smoked. like Walt Disney, for example, Kristen.
That's what I was just going to say. I was like,
Walt,
Walt Disney smoked.
Walt Disney smoked, for heaven's sake. You know, quote, I thought it was the right thing to do, said Iger, which he had made over the last 48 hours. Okay, but he stopped short of promising to lobby the MPAA to do the same for R-rated films. Quote, we don't get involved in how MPAA applies to ratings of films, nor do we try to influence the policies of the other studios we compete with, he said. And that's good because, you know, love it or hate it. Love it or hate it. You know, smoking, much like, you know, drug use or alcohol use or, you know, reckless whatever, I mean, that's part of filmmaking and storytelling. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have a Disney film. Maybe a Marvel film. Definitely a Touchstone film. So, I don't know. Kristen, what do you think about this situation here? Because I know you're anti-smoking now, so.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't think that's going to impact kids who are watching the movies.
Right.
So.
I mean, there's a lot of people that that aren't even shown smoking in TV shows anymore, for that very reason. You know, is it the good thing to do or the right thing to do?
There's still a lot of people who smoke. You know?
Yeah, there's still a lot of people who smoke. Interesting stuff there, and you know, kudos to Bob Iger for taking a stand for a company standpoint. It's not a bad thing, and to be honest, I don't think people will even notice. But the fact that he made headlines with this particular thing, which, let's face it, Bob Iger is an intelligent man. I think he did the right thing, and it did make Disney or put Disney in a very good light this week. So, good job to Bob Iger for that. Bob Iger, you know, I had an interesting conversation about Bob Iger in last week's program. Jeff and Eric had been talking about how the Walt Disney Parks head, someone that came from Walt Disney Consumer Products, and Jeff goes, well, I got hot just a little bit because now I'm going to think that this guy's going to want to hawk and sell merchandise, and I'm thinking, and Eric goes, how's that different from any other time? You know, and Jeff goes, we'll have to see. I don't really know too much about this person because, you know, I just really don't know too much about this person to crucify him just yet. And I'm thinking, wow, Jeff, that's hardcore. You're gonna nail somebody you don't even know just because he or she, well, I think it's a he. He runs, or he currently came from the world of Disney Consumer Products. Wow. And then, of course, they did like a 35-minute rant on how they want popcorn sold at Walmart, Disney popcorn sold at Walmart. Interesting story there. You need to listen to last week's show just so you can get an understanding of what went on. But I have to say this, okay? Merchandising helps pay for park upgrades. So if people choose to spend their money on awesome merchandise, if the merchandise is great, that's awesome. But you know,
however, now you say that, and there's like a ridiculous amount of Frozen stuff, right? Mm-hmm. However, look at the big boat that Disney is missing in its parks that get people to go and shop at Hot Topic.
Sure.
I mean, Hot Topic has come up with some really cool merchandise that isn't what people think of when they think of Hot Topic. I mean, they've got
who's in charge of that?
They've got some. Why does Disney have it in the park?
I don't know. That's a good question. And
I mean, there's beautiful dresses. They've got bags. There's really cool variety of jewelry, whether it be necklaces, earrings, you know, what have you. They've got tank tops and leggings and so much stuff. And I see it in the park all the time, and I'm like, you know, if Disney had this here and things similar to it, people buy them. But I think adult clothes is very much catered to like tons of Minnie Mouse stuff.
Yeah.
And there's some princess T-shirts, but it's like one picture of the princess, and not these really cool things that Hot Topic has.
What do you think of the clothing that is featured at downtown Disney stores like Trendy?
They're way overpriced.
Okay.
Like, way overpriced for what they are, and
So-
most of them I don't think are anywhere near as nice as they could be for the price.
So, Miss Her Universe, Ashley Eckstein, friend of the show, friend of WDW Tiki Room. We've talked to her. We know her. We've met her. We love her. Please help Disney. And Disney, if you're listening, please grant Ashley the option to make merchandise for you guys. Right? Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh!
It would
Her
be
stuff
really
is so
cool. Yeah, her stuff is amazing. So, and I wish nothing but the best. Kristen and I, we love Ashley. You know, Disney, grant her the license to do something cool with her universe and get awesome Disney merchandise. Because there is, you know, if you go to wdwafterdark.com, okay, and you click on some of our affiliate links, you know, you go to Think Geek or T-Fury. Oh, man, I love tfury.com. So if you click our badge for T-Fury, you help the show out, or even Style It Online, you can get some pretty cool merch that's really unique and that is awesome. I have to say that Disney Consumer Products, you know, license some of that stuff for Hot Topic. Some of it is exclusive to Hot Topic. So, you know, and there's some exclusive merchandise that Ashley makes exclusively for Hot Topic as well, because that entices people to go to Hot Topic as a destination to shop and get cool stuff that they can only get at Hot Topic. We can start a campaign, Kristen, where we contact Disney Consumer Products so that they can have more awesome merchandise, which is not, you know, Hanes Beefy Tea style kind of stuff in the middle, and not trendy kind of like, you know, overpriced, triple the markup for a really cool Disney shirt. And I say the same thing too. Like, you know, Trendy is a great store for women. I think that the D Street is a great, you know, pop culture store for men and women. But there's a lot of really cool geeky guy shirts there as well. You know, Disney, Star Wars, what have you, Marvel. So if they can have a line that's like Target, like shirts that are like $10-15, man, that'd be awesome. Right, Kristen? Are you with me on this?
Yes, I am
Okay.
with you on this.
All right, we're taking requests for merchandise to take it up to Disney Consumer Products. We're gonna have a pitch at D23. We're gonna be like, "Hey guys, what do you think about this?" And we're gonna show a whole bunch of T-shirts. How about a WDW After Dark, you know, American Apparel T-shirt? What do you think? Is that cool? I think it'd be awesome. Well, we're just about out of time here for tonight's show. Unfortunately, I'm sorry we weren't able to get Eric on the program tonight, but it's always fun to be on the show with Kristen. You know, we love each other dearly, but, you know, having a show with your wife, sometimes you have, and Kristen and I are very funny this way, because you can tell even on Tiki Room that, you know, she and I don't always agree on stuff, but that is the beauty of being a fan. You know, she and Jeff and Eric are going to have a different approach to Frozen than I will, you know, because it doesn't really affect me that much. I just don't see it like that. But, you know, but we tend to still be really good fans, even though some of us like Frozen and some of us don't. So, hey, that's okay. You know, Kristen, where can people check you out on the internet and download your brand new podcast? You want to tell them about that?
It is. You want me to talk about the podcast?
Yeah, talk about the podcast and then go ahead and promote yourself. Put yourself over all your links on the internet.
Okay. Well, the Dining at Disney podcast is going to be a bi-weekly podcast. The first episode is already out, and it's myself with Jay Braden, who is from the Diz Geek podcast.
Awesome.
And he's born, raised Southern Californian. So he takes care of everything out at Disneyland. And then, of course, I'm out towards the East Coast, and the park I go to all the time is Disney World. So we're going to be covering both parks pretty much equally too. So there'll be a lot of information. Of course, some weeks it's going to be a little bit more Disney World heavy or Disneyland. Like, of course you've got right now going on Flower and Garden. So we've got an episode that's going to be very heavy on that. Therefore, it's going to be a heavy Disney World episode. And then, the 60th anniversary is coming up, and Disney's going to have some fantastic food at that. They've already released some of those
I was there for that.
Special popcorn buckets.
Oh, geez, don't tell Jeff. He's going to go on another popcorn rant.
But
he loves his popcorn.
There will therefore be some episodes that are heavy on Disneyland because of the cool foods and stuff that Disney will be doing. I mean, Disney's going to have some cool new foods and stuff come out for the 60th. So
I can't wait.
So yeah, we're going to cover both. It'll have everything from news to reviews to dining tips, trip planning, food-related trip planning advice. You name it, anything food. We're going to cover, and then a little bit of Disney Cruise Line news peppered in there for you. So
nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't forget to check that out.
And
We've heard 5-star reviews. And yes?
It's available on Stitcher as well as iTunes. So Jay and I definitely would appreciate some subscribers and to give it 5-star reviews. We also have a phone number for it, so people can call in and ask us questions, or you can email us at podcast@diningatdisney.com. We love to have listener questions. I mean, we love to have listener questions, so,
we
all of us are happy, whether it's Sorcerer Radio or After Dark or now Dining at Disney podcast. We want questions from you guys. Like, what do you want to know that we can tell you about? Because we know too much. We need to share our knowledge, right?
Yeah. Well, I've subscribed to Dining at Disney on iTunes as well as Stitcher, and I need to leave you some reviews as well. So please do that. We appreciate it. Kristen, once again, can be found at Dining at Disney on Google+, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
Pinterest.
The Dining at Disney on YouTube too. So check out that, and I think we'll probably.
Oh yeah, the video.
Week. Go ahead.
Yeah, the show's recorded live via YouTube, so it
Just
can be
like
watched when we were. Yeah, it can be watched on YouTube every other Monday. Let's see, the next show we do. It's going to be the 23rd.
All right.
So
I'm sure you're going to cover a lot about.
Yeah, they can be watched then. People can watch it live then, and then download it on iTunes later to listen whenever they want. So.
Awesome, Kristen. Thank you.
John, where can people find you?
Oh, people can find me everywhere at Jedi Mouseketeer, Instagram, Twitter, YouTwitface, Friendster, Bebo.
Seriously? You're still on those?
No, of course not.
Oh my God.
MySpace, you can check me out on MySpace. I've got a MySpace profile. It's got my top 8 fans on there, so definitely check me out on MySpace. No, I'm just joking. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for Jedi Mouseketeer. Don't forget, too, you can also subscribe to the companion show to this program, which is a G-rated pop show called WDW Tiki Room, where we recently interviewed Stephen Stanton, the man of 1,000 voices. He is a voice of the Disney parks. He is a voice of Grand Moff Tarkin on Star Wars Rebels. He's been on the Disney XD's The 7D as Sleepy the Dwarf. So you need to check him out. We have that interview. It will be launched tomorrow. That would be Saturday. And he talks about how you can win tickets with the Rebel Force Radio Cats for Celebration and the Children's Starlight Foundation, just drawing attention to that great children's hospital cause, as well as some of the other projects he has going on. So please download like and subscribe to WDW Tiki Room, the Sorcerer Radio show, and the Highlight podcast on iTunes and Stitcher. Not only is that show there, you can also check out WDW After Dark, like I said, on all the major streams, including iTunes. My new wrestling podcast, you know, we talk about wrestling here on occasion. So Kristen launched a new podcast. I launched a new podcast. Myself and Stephen Anthony here in Nashville dissect the world of professional wrestling, including WWE, Ring of Honor, and TNA Impact Wrestling, as well as celebrity interviews. Hopefully we'll be interviewing Booker T coming up, which I'm excited about. We get to talk to the five-time WCW champion, and that's going to be great. So
how many times?
5-time WCW champion. And you can check out Pro Wrestling Cast, P Wrestling Cast on Twitter, and Pro Wrestling Cast on iTunes and Facebook. Well, the show is done. I hope you enjoyed all these plugs. Be sure to support WDW After Dark. Here is the order in which you can do that and help us out the most. First thing you can do is book your next Disney, Universal, or any cruise with Kristen right here. Yes, this Kristen with MagicalJourneysTravel.com. She'll not only work for you, she'll also help you get the best rates possible. These other companies, they won't hook you up with great rates. Kristen will definitely find ways to save you money, and since she is a world traveler and an international woman of mystery, she'll give you all of the travel advice you could ever want, as well as part of the service. So please book with her. The banner is simple. You can just click that on www.afterdark.com, as well as the links in our show notes. Other things to note, Amazon. Amazon is out there. You're buying stuff for your house. You're buying stuff for your office, stuff that you love, collectibles from Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel. Just do it through our link. It doesn't cost you any more. And in fact, you're doing yourself a service because you're helping us provide and continue to do this show for free every single week. So click on our Amazon banner and do that as well. You're going to watch some movies. I know you are. You're going to check out Disney Cinderella. You're going to check out Tomorrowland, The Avengers, Star Wars. You want to do that by clicking our Fandango link as well and checking that out. So please do yourself a favor, visit and check out the show archives at wdwafterdark.com. Anything else, Kristen, before we say we out?
Nope, that is all I've got.
All right. Well, on behalf of the rest of the team, Mr. Jeff Disney Davis, Mr. Eric Allen, I'm Al John, alongside Kristen, and we will see you next week. Have a good one, everybody, and have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at WeebyGeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?
The new sound of Sorcerer Radio. Version 3.0.
Sorcerer Radio presents the Sorcerer Radio app, version 3.0. We have the technology. Check out our brand new Sorcerer Radio app for all iDevices as well as Android devices. Better, stronger, faster. Streaming Disney music 24/7. App highlights include a new broadcast window that shows you what you're listening to and what's coming up next.
Hot dog.
Multitasking so you can listen to SR as well as perform other tasks on your iPhone.
Gorge.
Listener access to all of our daily shows. The new interface, a new buffered stream, auto reconnect when signal is lost, visual EQ, pause, rewind, and scrub features,
My goodness.
and the new SR info area. Get your virtual Disney World fix today with the new Sorcerer Radio app version 3.0 from Sorcerer Radio.
Be careful with that. It's extremely dangerous.
SRSounds.com.